I ain't finna, listen, it's the truth. So many days I sat and suffered in silence and said, thank you, Lord, for equipping me with the faculties, the sharpness, the intelligence to be a sponge and a student and learn the way I learn. Because I'm telling you, I be tripping if I let these doctors always tell me what it is. And then you know how much the medicine costs. So that little pad, that's why that pad in that pocket, baby, they whip that pad out on you, give you a multiple of prescriptions in one visit. And honey, sometimes they fighting against each other. They just gotta wait and see. They call it a cocktail. I had a lot of medicinal cocktails. Yeah, make me look like a damn linebacker, a running back. I was in a size 6'8". Listen, you get on them medications. I ain't over no 10 yet. Thank you, Jesus. But listen, my neck swell up. I've been on steroids. My face swell up. I look like I had on a waist trainer before they sold waist trainers. I walk around like a box, like, what you say? What you do? And then you know I got a little aggressive tone and I'm country and I get with you. So it's like, oh, she just aggressive. No, man, I'm on this medication that got me looking like what I'm not trying to say out my mouth. Like, I'm trying to be nice, but my body telling you I'm a beast. I'm finna roll on you like at any moment. I hope y'all get what I be saying. Lord have mercy. I'm so sorry. I be going off sometimes. But this is the side y'all needed to see, because it's not always creativity. It usually 90% is. But this is what I got to press through. I've been in a slumber with fibromyalgia. And I had a migraine for 3 days because it rained 3 days straight here last week in Delaware. I didn't know it was going to rain. So when I got the migraine, I was like, oh my God, I got to lay it down. But I have been staying up to 5 in the morning because I work when everybody else is asleep. So my daytime hours, I still be up a little bit because everybody don't understand. It's been 4 years now, but nobody understands that my work hours, my creative hours, my healing hours are during the day when y'all behinds is gone out the house. People is at work, can't call me, but they find a way to call, don't they? I don't answer the phone though. So I try to rest and nap really good, because at night my body is burning in pins and needles. I feel like a porcupine. If I don't know what a porcupine feels like, but I feel like a porcupine. It's like pricks. There's not a place on my skin. My entire body is inflamed from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet. So I'm tossing and turning and I can't sleep. So I decided to use those hours to work. So all that to say, I didn't forget what the hell I was saying. But yeah, like the medicine has side effects too. So now either you're going to be sleeping too much, you're going to be zombie-like, or you're going to get that nice little cute hangover effect that when all you guys that are suffering from chronic pain or fibromyalgia or any debilitating disease, and you taking those strong meds and they say, well, take it at 8 or take it at 6, honey, you're going to have a hangover. You barely driving to work. They don't realize, I mean, I know they know, and they got to do what they got to do. But we got to find something better, because we go to work, we be like this, getting write-ups and all that stuff. If I'd have gone through all this when I was a director of mental health at a school, an alternative school for 3rd through 12th graders, they'd have rolled on me. All I stayed with was migraines. Now, everybody know if I get to work at 8 or 9, which rarely was never 8, but if I got to work early, I'm not really up until 11. So as a director, they knock on the window and be like, oh, she here, but she ain't here. Yeah, respect that. I'm doing all my admin. I'm quarterbacking. I'm getting the dough, answering the irate call, doing the crisis response team stuff. I'm all in, but I ain't talking. Not right now. I'm not a morning person. So don't be kick, ha, ha, boo, 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 boo. No. I've never been a morning person. I'm there in the physical body, but I'm not there in the whole we finna bust it up. Nah. Everybody knows, talk to me after 11. I wasn't mean. I didn't have to say it. They just knew. And then my boss and anybody I really work with, that we always had a compassion level for one another. I always say on my Food for Your Soul vlogs, you can look at somebody's eyes and see the pain. You can look at somebody's eyes and see the distress call that they're trying to come out, but they're silently suffering behind their eyes, behind the physical appearance. And they would just look at me and be like, she got a migraine. And my migraines were so bad that if you see now, I have no makeup on, not a stitch. Actually, I just washed my face, so it's probably a little dry. So y'all, this is the first video. Bear with me because I ain't moisturized yet because it's freezing outside and I was going to eat for real. But I just got up. I just literally got up and had a spurt of pain-free. This is probably going to last. Hopefully it lasts all day, but my shoulder blades are already burning, so I probably have spurts of I can't sit, walk, and stand more than 15 minutes at a time. You know, I press through that when I have speaking engagements. But if I'm not sleeping, that is the severity of my limitations. If I'm not sleeping in proper rest, fibro fights migraines and they collide. That's why I called it the fibromyalgia and chronic migraine collision course. I have these two diagnoses. Once you have to get approved for certain medications, that's the severity of my migraines. So Fibro came in and was like, hey, migraine need a buddy. They decide they want to go kart ride in my body. They want to be a collision course stunt, and I'm the stunt dummy. Fibro, chronic migraines over here, and fibro over here, and they just go at it sometimes. And if Avis don't get the rest she needs, if Avis don't stay steadfast in her vitamins and her proper rest and her nutrients and her stress-less life, which I do not, I get stress-less days 5% of the time. Migraine coming knocking, fibro coming knocking. They strap up in their seatbelt and they knocking down every part of my body. And this is why I'm coming to you to debut and intro my Fibro Fighter vlogs. I'm probably going to change that. That's like too much. I can't even say it all at one time. I have a gift of words, and sometimes something comes to me, and after I try to use it, it'd be like, girl, don't use that no more. Change that title. So I might change it to the something else. The Fibro Fighters. I don't know. Y'all tell me. So I want you to replay first. Understand where I'm trying to come from. Piece it up. Like it. Share it, subscribe. Share this particular video for this particular playlist. All my fibromyalgia fighter vlogs will be under the title Fibromyalgia Fighter Vlogs. All my Ava Cherie inspirational stuff would be under the inspirational food for your soul quotes. Those are my original quotes. I listed myself as the quote creator. And the significance of this particular playlist on my Ava Cherie channel, I wanted to show you the piece of me, the creator. I wanted to show you that I had a book scheduled. I thought my second book was going to be dropping at a certain time this year, right after the first book that hasn't had a whole run yet. It's been doing great, but I wanted to let people put pressure on me because they on the cliffhanger. They like, yo, that book. So, child, I done gave myself an unrealistic deadline. I gave myself an unrealistic deadline for August of 2019. Knew it was going to be at the end of the summer. Didn't want it in the summer because I wanted the first book one of this series to have its run. Baby, when you try to make plans of your own, God is laughing at you. I had to say to myself, girl, bye. Why are you, who, as a self-publisher who pays for all of their own stuff, who put a deadline on you? And who you let put a deadline on you with all the stuff that you doing behind the scenes that they don't even care about? These people ain't checking for you. They ain't checking on your welfare. They ain't checking on your well-being. Why would you give yourself an unrealistic timeline and goal to drop a jewel like that? You just trying to drop jewels back to back like you that good. I said, well, ain't this nothing. Then I said another day, hard head. Because I was letting myself down. And a lot of times we battle letting ourselves down. We put mandates on ourselves that nobody asked for. Nobody asked me and suggested that I should drop my book in August or drop my second book in November. I was trying to do a milestone in November for my second son's birthday. Nobody was thinking about that. He came over here. He was out of town for his birthday. He forgot. He ain't even tripping off that. They want their mama. They want her here, sound-minded, good health, laughing, joking, dancing the way I do, loving music, loving life. Like, they ain't got time for that. They know I can write. I'm trying to prove something to myself. And a part of learning that I have fibro after 40. What y'all think? Fibro after 40? Yeah, I think I'm going to do that one. Learning after 40, fibromyalgia, 4 children, first time married, everything in the above, self-employed, entrepreneur, business consultant, outreach ministries, which was massive in itself to get a 501c3 and do all the stuff we did to create One Touch Ministries, like the legwork. I'm surprised I wasn't nowhere near sick in 2014. This stuff hit me, but two traumatic events did happen in 2014 that spun me in 2015. And that's when my body started to deteriorate. So all jokes aside, understand that traumatic events, traumatic, stressful events can take you out of here and can plummet your health and warp speed. Do not try to self-diagnose. Do not try to misdiagnose or self-medicate. It is important that you listen. Okay, so I went in with my shins and not being able to walk, falling down. I'm not going to let them tell me, your back hurting too? No, my shins, I can't walk. I'm not going to let you put nothing on me that's not mine. I'm not going to let you clump and cluster these things together so it's making it easier for your diagnosis, so it's making it easier for you to prescribe me something and send me on my merry way. That ain't what we about to do. So all of that happened. I'm still the same beautiful, kind-hearted, gifted rheumatologist. He's the bomb. Like, he's so smart. And then my neurologist, she's super cool. The one I had before, who found out I was vitamin D deficient and not my primary, she was so wanted in the United States that she got another girl who scored high in neurology and migraines, and they swapped places. So the other one I had has gone on to teach all around the world, and which I was in the grace of God's hands, that I was under the tutelage of an angel to diagnose me. And then this new one, she was at the top of her class, and I am under her now, and that's really cool. So sometimes I don't like what they say, like. So, like, me and my neurologist, we like, hey, was you take that medicine? Nah. I used to lie and be like, yeah, I took it. You could tell I wasn't taking it because I wasn't even telling her the right side effects. No. Once I feel funny and I'm out of my element of my character and my faculties as somebody, it feels like it's somebody in there that I don't know. I'm not cohabitating with nobody in my head that I don't know. I'm not cohabitating with no spirit. I'm not cohabitating with no things that's trying to set up shop and talk to me and talk about how depressed we are because you're pain, because you can't get out of bed, because you ain't what you used to be. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. We not finna do that. So I ain't even really a liar at all. I ain't even a good one at that much. I sit and be like, yeah, I took it. And she'd be like, how often do you take it again? I'd be like, oh, as needed. But the medicine she prescribed me, child, was 3 times a day. I done lied. So she knew I was taking that damn medicine, but nevertheless, I had a journey. It's 2019, and that was 2015. It started with that. So simultaneously, God was revealing things. He was bracing me, and in the process, I was helping my sister friend, who's now cancer-free. She found out she had cancer in 2014, and one of them had fibromyalgia. The other one found out in the process of us planning this event, she had cancer, and I told her something, and I'm going to probably try to wrap up, I guess, but I feel good. I hope y'all tapped in. I told her, God spoke to my heart and my spirit that told me to tell you, your healing is in your praise and your positiveness. Don't abandon him now. Keep laughing, keep having faith. Get rid of the grudge. Get rid of the bitterness, the resentfulness, whatever area of your life and whoever you hold it towards. God said your healing is in that, and that he told me and assured me already that you will be cancer-free, healed and delivered and set free. I told her that one time on our first visit to the doctor to confirm what they had already said was cancer, but to figure out what they had to do with the cutting of her back and all these places in her body to go in. I think it's some type of spinal thing. I still talked to her. Birthday was yesterday, but she rung that bell last Sunday. I mean, she rung the bell a long time ago, but 5 years cancer-free last Sunday. So nevertheless, we all were going through something tumultuous, and we don't look like it. We bad. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about bad to the bad, like hair, nails, clothes, family, multiple children, military. So like, yeah, like we are bad. Like we do our thing. We serve others. We have a serving heart. And to know that we were all simultaneously going through that was a very difficult time. And a lot of it was unspoken. We just showed up for each other. We would really go and exasperate our time together because we had to execute. We were focused on our friend who had just newly found out she had cancer. And my other friend already had fibromyalgia. At the time, I had no idea. It's always a spinoff to something and a turnaround and a victory. You just have to know how to spin off. I'm not saying, right now I'm in excruciating pain. That's why I decided to do the video a lot sooner than I wanted to. I put a time on it again. I put a time stamp on it. Go roll it out for 2020. That sounds good, but for what? 2020 started in October. If you really look at the calendar, we should have been sowing. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that for something else. My new year started in October, the last quarter of every year. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. So I could do this right now. I've been stuck in the bed for 8 days. I've been working. I got an office at home. I got my bed. I bought a bed that can rise me up and lay me back down. Look like a hospital bed, just 2.0 on steroids. Listen, I'm working. But I needed to show y'all when I'm silent. It takes me hours to edit. When I do quote creations, I'm up in the middle of the night trying to make sure that I'm listening and I'm hearing from God correctly so that I can administer through a quote for somebody that can tap in and just read that quick blurb and create something in them, stir up something in them that they can keep it moving. Not to mention I'm an author. I'm a full-time author. I'm a full-time mother. I'm a full-time wife. I'm a full-time sister. I got all these things like you do. And where do I go? When I got that diagnosis, it was like mid-40s. I'm nobody's baby mama now. I got grown kids. Who is Avis? She got lost at 16. She got lost when she got 1 degree to prove to everybody she wasn't dead, but she's got the 2nd degree to prove, got the 3rd degree, started studying for a PhD. Who is Avis? And ooh, I found out 2 weeks after I turned 40, got married. Found out 2 years later I have fibro. Be careful of stressful events. Be careful of things that is trying to take you out of here. Don't minimize what we used to do in our yesteryear, in our 20s, that vibrancy. 4 kids made me not stop, man. Migraines was living with me. They had to catch it. You know how I told you earlier in this video how the migraines and fibro collision course go, and they be like, yo, you riding today? And the migraines be like, yeah, I'm riding today. We gonna bust our ass today. They strap up and come at me hard. Well, guess what? That same migraine was following me in my teenage years, my 20s, but because I was on the move with 4 toddlers and I was doing the thing, I was a full-time mom. I had a village, but everybody was working. Who gonna pick them little kids up? And I'm up here in Delaware with no family. I have an adopted family now. We've got a kinship. We got a village. I believe in villages. I was big mama at 17. That's how I run my house in my 20s. At 23, I had people living with me that wasn't socially accepted or this or that. Like, you got a safe haven with me because we finna grind. All of that, I didn't feel what I feel now when I should be leveling off, but not even leveling off to be complacent or comfortable. Leveling off to just see who this beautiful queen is outside of being somebody's mom. Planting my feet on self-sufficiency. That's all my goal was to make sure we would never be homeless again. I would never be homeless. Now I have 4 children. They will never be homeless, okay? They didn't have to go through and endure the questioning of that stress of what's next. So all that to say is, when it's time for your body and it starts screaming, and it's right when you think you're going to level off. It's right when you think that you're at your peak. It's right when you think, oh my God, I'm going to do something for me. And here I am doing an event for all these people, 2 cancer friends. Oh my God, like dozens of chronic pain sufferers with multiple diagnoses. Here I am. I'm a good speaker. I'm writing my book. I'm a motivationalist, holistic healer. I'm getting ready to do the thing for everybody else because that's what I do as a servant leader. Baby, when I got that diagnosis, I had no idea what I was in store for. Today I'm coming to you. I couldn't come and do a video yesterday, not even my vlogs. I love my vlogs. My eyes were so black. I looked like a daggone Dalmatian. My migraine took all of this and it was just black. The eyelids was dark, everything. My face, today I had a facial last night. I did a facial, but today it's just bare face. I can't, when Fibro is fighting as well. So when Fibro fights, you know, some people are like, oh, let me massage your back again. No. My whole body's hot, on fire. And it's nerves that are fighting, and our body is made up of mostly nerves. So when you have a chronic pain condition like migraines and you have fibromyalgia, it's a collision course because now your body is fighting you. And a lot of people with different series of lupus, they talk about that. I have bruising as well, which is what the concern was. But when fibromyalgia was so neck and neck with lupus, my doctor was telling me what to expect. This is why the bruising is coming. This is why you're falling. This is why you're losing your memory, which that started in... I started losing short-term memory. Let me say that. And, shit, I don't even know. I can't forget. I can't remember. No, I can remember. It was 2000 and like, I don't know, like whatever, like 2009-ish or something. I started like having memory, brain farts, and found out later it were like little brain seizures. They were zaps. They call them zaps. I'll tell you about the brain farts and the zaps, but really quick. They be like, girl, you remember such and such and such and such? Honey, if somebody asks me that now, I'm so embarrassed to reply. I'll be looking at them like this. Nope, don't remember. And they be like, hey, your brain, you remember everything. You got a photographic memory. You can remember them. Nope, don't remember. I'm not going to contribute all to fibromyalgia at all. I think it was a conditioning of the migraines, decreasing my ability to retain in my short-term processing as far as my short-term memory, and stress kicking a lot of stuff in gear, and the fibro coming in, and my nerves and things that was overriding it. I think that the pressure from the migraines are so severe. They were so debilitating, and I was at the maximum level of treatment. I could have continued to work under those pressures, but because of the type of medications that I hope to have my audience chime in and give testimonies about their experiences, some medications, I'm going to frame this real well before I get kicked off of YouTube and people come at me. Some medications put you in a state of depression, have suicide ideation. You don't know how to come out of those fogs frequently enough. That's why I say my gifts, my gifts, my gifts. I appreciate and I thank God for everything that He's brought me through, even if it is a diagnosis, even if it is something that's uncomfortable for me. In my last quote, go out of your way to get out of your way. And sometimes you got to get uncomfortable so you don't get comfortable. I know that God is on my side. I know He has angels of protection and mercy. He has everything assigned to me for me. And He knows exactly what I was going to face. So I'm to the point where I'm just like, you know, it happens. It was so many embarrassing moments I can't count. When you got somebody that's fly, that's like the life, the mama, the big mama at a young age, like when you have that matriarch or patriarch in your family and they're not what they used to be, and I'm trying to hold on with everything. They think I'm powerful with these, and they think I'm powerful here in my mouth, my articulation. When I'm fighting for Avis, when I do decide to allow myself to fight for myself, I'm going ham. So, yeah, it literally is embarrassing to talk to somebody who knew you in childhood. Like, I remember some events, but you know how some people can remember stuff on the fly and be like, girl, remember when you were going to... You be like, describe that concert to me. What was I wearing? What we... And I don't even give the disease or the disorders power. I say God is not allowing me to remember those things because He needs me to remember what it is that He has for me today. He needs me to remember to petition and make declarations and manifestations in the atmosphere. He needs me to continue to pray and have faith. He needs me He needs to delete my memory card in my brain and delete the things that is no longer of service to me so that I can pay attention to what He's saying to me, because He's going to use me in the process of this season of this health affliction, of these ailments that are trying to rise up and stagnate me and suffocate my finances and suffocate my health and suffocate my mentality and prescribe me a disorder that ain't even mine. Praise be to God. He needs to delete and give me space for my memory to do what my call and my purpose is. So I'm going to leave on this note. I love everyone who loves me back, and I love you if I never met you. I'm going to give y'all guys a sunshine flower. Not flower, it's a yellow rose. This is for you if you haven't gotten any this year. This is for you if you haven't gotten any. If you haven't held one since you was last grieving for something, the loss of someone. This is for you if nobody looked up to you. If you don't have children, you're not a mother. But I still give my daughter roses all the time because she's a queen. She's here. She's feminine. She's lady. She's woman. She's princess. This is for you guys that's single fathers that don't get the credit, that y'all mess up, but you don't have a queen or a helpmate next to you that's empowering for you. This is for you who's struggling in your own chronic pain, your own traumas, your own childhood traumas, that you that society mandates that you become so masculine that you have an inability where you can't drop a tear. This is for you. This is the sunshine and the light at the end of the tunnel. This yellow signifies that. I just grabbed the yellow and I have a multitude of colors. This signifies the light, to keep your focus on the light. Come out of the darkness of your thoughts. Come out of the darkness, you silent sufferer that's watching me. Come out of where you're at, that is not that dead end street, that you know the aftermath of taking the script is what it's going to do to your body, and you're just succumbing to it. I am with you. I am coming. I come out. We are victorious. We will prevail. You have to put in motion and remember that the light in your heart is the light to God, and that let that communicate with him, not with darkness. Keep it always to your chest, so that you can live to have a rainbow, an assortment of colors to get you through your day. I always have life colors around me, always. But from time to time, hopefully, we'll get some flowers sent and to interrupt our groove, make us smile, because it's definitely me warming my heart. And this was impromptu. Nobody knew I'd be doing a video because I've been bedridden for 8 days. Unable to write, unable to think. I can't, attention-wise, I can't. And it's hard. It's very hard to not be able to pay attention to the things that matter to you the most. If I know most people have had a sinus headache. For me, sinus headaches are worse than migraines. I feel like a mule donkey kicking you right here. Is a mule a donkey? But whatever. I feel like you're getting donkey kicked right here, like Donkey Kong right there. My migraine starts here, goes here. I get shots. In the top of my head, the perimeter of my, all around here, all around the perimeter. My temple, my eyelid, underneath my eyelids, right above my ears, all the way down here, and all the way down here, and down here. All those injections for migraines. I wish I could show you. I probably will. That'll be dope. It's scary. I look like Martin Lawrence on that one episode when he got beat up in the ring and he a lump. I have so many lumps on my face. Maybe if God allows me to share these things, I will, for my testimony, not for attention. Let me tell you one thing about me. I'm very mindful of what I am sharing, because people like to come up and troll you on things that are true and authentic because they so fraud. They used to looking at fraud and they probably fraud themselves. But I ain't having that here. Listen, my temperament is like, kink, and you got to excuse me. Let me ask y'all, forgive me in advance, because I will check a person if they're trying to violate something that's sacred. I would check somebody sternly. I would come at you. I would try to touch you. So I know that ain't the godly thing all the time. I'm not always in pocket like that, but don't play with me and my transparency, and don't play with me with people's testimonies where they have a safe place, because everywhere I've lived, everything that I've done, I've created a safe place for people that their stuff is right here. I know when we get on YouTube, it's public. I do know that, and I had a good run so far. I've had people that respect me, so I don't have a lot of subscribers yet, but you're pulling them in with me. We're going to draw in from this energy. Hope it's not too long. I've watched like 1-2 hour daggone videos, so I hope y'all don't get tired of listening to little old me. But I was going to roll it out with a timestamp of the new year, but today is the day. And I'm thankful that you're here. Thank you that you accepted me with my hair wrapped. I'm thankful that you go to my Food for Your Soul vlogs. Ava Cherie on Instagram, Ava Cherie on Twitter, Ava Cherie on Facebook. It's 2 Ava Cheries personal. I won't accept your friend requests, but the one for the author page, you can go in there, it's public. Again, I keep the little few friends. I got like 56. They real family. I keep them sacred. We don't all need to be friends that don't know each other. That's too much. I'm too grown for that. We be in everybody's business. Who that? Who that on her page? Who that? And let me say, nope. You go on over there to the social page, because this right here is for the thoroughbreds. These are people we know. All right, this is the clearance. They've been cleared. Okay. I'm not being ignorant. That's just the truth. I don't know why it's so hard for people to tell the truth. They have a clearance. They went through several layers of clearance, like you getting a government job or FBI clearance, or you want to be Secret Service. That's what I do with my friends list on Facebook, my personal page. So you'll see one that say Ava Cherie, A-class acne. You'll see Ava Cherie, the author. It's very obvious which one you should be friend requesting or following, because you don't need to friend request the author page. You just like it, subscribe, and share. Just like here, like it, subscribe, and share. So Instagram, public, like it, subscribe, share. I don't have a personal page, but I do, but I don't. So, yeah. Let's see, was that it? Probably need to go now because I'm getting a little too raw. My body's hurting. I'm not trying to look for sympathy. I just want to connect with some people that truly wants a venting, I'm not here to fix nobody up. And please don't come over here trying to depress the atmosphere, because you're going to think I'm rude. I know what you're going through. But if we can't rejoice, if we can't praise, if we can't dance, we can't quote an alternative to medicine, alternative to pain, I can't entertain. Ooh. See how things be coming? If we can't quote an alternative to this pain, I can't entertain. That's the truth. And I'm going to stop right there. It's your girl, Ava Cherie, Miss Motivational Mogul Mindset. Catch me on my Food for Your Soul vlogs. Yes, my voice. I broadcast. I vlog. I'm going to do podcasts maybe with other people to talk about this particular subject and some of the other things I may be doing. A lot of people say be consistent. But when you are multi-gifted, multi-skilled, and you don't know which area is going to benefit what audience, you have to learn how to use these different channels and platforms. So bear with me. I love watching little animated videos on YouTube. I don't feel like learning that. I learned so much stuff. I just got out of credit consultant, becoming a credit consultant. I got so many licenses. I do so much throughout the day. I don't have time to figure out. If y'all want to help me, help me. Send somebody over here. I'll send my video. No, I don't know. But help me, because I don't feel like it with all the animation. Ding, 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 ding. Like, I don't. I'm in pain. I'm in pain, but I'm able to smile. I'm in pain. I'm able to press. All right? We don't have an alternative to pain. I can't entertain. Boom. I like that. I might get a shirt. Hey, give me a shirt. Hey, give me, I don't care what pain I'm in, child. You put on some music. What? 90s? What pain? That's how I ignore things. So a lot of times, people be like, I'm not going to bother you because you got a migraine. I'm not going to bother you because fibro. I've seen, like, I be in tears. That stuff hurts. And they ain't used to that because I'm pretty strong. And I be like, girl, if you don't tell me what you're going through so I can ignore this damn migraine so I can eject them out they see, because the migraine and fibro been driving around with me all day for the last 8 days, and they need to get out. They ain't got no more, no more road trips for them. They got to get off this train. And when I start to help others is when I start to God starts to relieve my pain. Because when you're just focused on your pain and you're entertaining it over and over because it's true and it's there, you're telling your body this is it. In my mind, you're mentally preparing your body to stay in pain. Oh my God, I'm in pain, I'm in pain, I'm in pain. You're telling yourself there's no out, there's no relief in sight. Me? Tell me what you're going through today. What, you had a bad day? What your car break? What, you need a new battery? Let me call brother so-and-so over there, so at such and such, and Carlisle have your thing towed because my son got a tow truck. Let me whoop-de-whoop, come on over here. Girl, if I could just help somebody else sometimes when I'm going through, that is my pain relief. That is my natural healing ability. Oh, I look up and I be like, oh. The least you focus on your pain and entertain it, the more God will appoint your healing agents to you. God will have his healing virtue over your life, over your pain. And you come back and be like, oh, I'm glad I ain't spent 8 hours in the bed today, because I was able to help somebody and they really needed it. And I got outside myself because I've been beside myself. The whole time you just been sitting there like, I got new clothes, honey, to wear. And I got concerts to go to. And I got books and speaking engagements. And I got people that, I like to unwrap this hair and I'm about to get this ponytail. Oh, yeah. So, until next time, as usual, this is your girl, Ava Cherie. God's love and God's peace to you all. God's best, God's joy. Come on out this rut with me. Take this ride, this fibro and chronic pain fighting ride with me, okay? Until next time, God's love.